decision-making, they're making all the right moves, Greg.
Here's Hood. Passes it to Gobert. Back to Hood. And he goes big with the dunk over Mozgov.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
And a much-needed run, too, Greg. I mean, they've turned it up a notch. Really taken over now.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Knocked away and stolen by James.
And of all the facets of his game, LeBron's passing probably my favorite.
A minute 50 left in the third.
And, you know, the Nets can't sell players on winning just yet, but they've created a top-notch infrastructure in the meantime, and they have a gleaming new practice facility, better accommodations for players' families during the game. Those little things are big things and make a difference.
Well, I know what highlight we're leading the post-game show with, that's for sure.
He has gone mad. He's gone crazy.
I don't know if he's crazy, but that dunk was insane.
Dinwiddie dishes to Mozgov. The Nets working the ball around now. Will it go? Out of hand on it. The Cavaliers, another fast break opportunity here.
And since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Knocked loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. We talk about the top-notch facilities for the Nets. You figure it signals their intent to be a top-notch franchise.
Well, you've got to invest in the development, and that means facilities and people. You've got to take care of your players and their families. That's important. And players really take note of those kinds of things. If you're going to do it well, you've got to do those things right.
It's the Nets now, searching for that first bucket here in the third. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Timeout is called. First in for the Cavaliers. Green, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Jerebko, the pass to Green. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
That's tipped. Lynn against Korver. Here's Cunningham, and that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Here's Clarkson. Drilled it. Runs the clock here. Ball 0.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Gotta have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cavaliers on top, running away with this one. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Clark, as an analyst, do you feel you view the game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective. And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Allen is out there with Okafor. Then there's Harris, and it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Whitehead. Green kicks to Hill. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Zizic passes to Green. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul. All that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Pass to Zizic. Back to Green. Clark, we talk about the importance of what a player can do. How important is it for a player to know what they cannot do?
Very important. Understanding who you are and what your skill set is and how that fits with your team, critically important. Not only knowing it, but then embracing your role within your particular limitations, skill set, and teamwork.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Kyle Korver. Whitehead. He's guarded by Hill. 6 to shoot. They need this. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Monte Cunningham's checked in for Brooklyn. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Stauskas. Gets a very good look and converts.
You know, the way Stauskas releases the ball is really smooth. It's poetry in motion. I mean, these kinds of shots look good as soon as they leave his hand.
Here's Green, and then jam down as he goes right over Jahlil Okafor.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Brooklyn with the ball. Whitehead passes to Okafor. Got a piece of it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And the Nets making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Cleveland with the ball. Huge run right now for him. Going 19 to 2. Took him no time at all on that line.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
And Green slams it in.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And, fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. And Green slams it in.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Timeout called. Cleveland. They're up. 1 second left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
And here's Hill for 3. Yep, it's good.
Really like the presence of mind from Hill, preparing himself to shoot prior to the pass getting to him.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one.